Let's talk about root rot. This is a very common problem while doing hydroponics. Root rot happens when your plants are getting overwatered and it's not getting enough of a break to absorb the oxygen through the root system. If you notice that your roots are starting to get dark and slimy, then you want to pay attention to this video. Let's first look at a very healthy root. This root is perfectly crisp and white and there are no signs of root rot. If your root is starting to look dark through the center but still feels very firm, this could just be a discoloration from your nutrients. On this side, you can see there are some very dark roots which can potentially turn into root rot. You can just break this apart and separate out the root and give them a little bit more air and oxygen. You want to feel through the root and see if there are any roots that feel slimy and soft. You can go ahead and go through this and trim those sections out. Then give your roots a little bit of time to dry before placing it back in for another water cycle. When your plants seem to be slowing down in growth, this may be a time to slide them out of the iHarvest and take a look at your roots. This is a very common sign once the root rot starts to happen. Your plants will not grow as fast as they would with a healthier root. Once your roots get to a point when they are literally just falling apart and disintegrating, you may want to harvest the last of that plant and then start over. You can prevent root rot by paying close attention to your plants and then adding beneficial bacteria to your water reservoir. Products like HydroGuard are made to help battle the root rot and keep your plants healthy. Hydrogen peroxide can also be another way to get oxygen to your roots, but just know that hydrogen peroxide will take away beneficial bacteria. So make sure you're not overusing the hydrogen peroxide. Keep a close eye on your plants to make sure that they aren't changing in color or losing leaves, as those are signs that you may have added too much hydrogen peroxide. This may not be the best solution if you're adding in beneficial bacteria, and this is then taking it away. If you're seeing a lot of root rot, then really lean in to your pH and your nutrients and your water temperature and make sure everything is balanced to where it should be for the best chance of your plants to not get root rot. This will also prevent infections or diseases in your plants. Always use clean utensils or buckets when you're filling the reservoir. You don't want to introduce any type of nasty bacteria to your iHarvest system. Keeping the reservoir water cooler is also another prevention for root rot. Trimming the roots on certain plants like basils or green onion and keeping the roots shorter will also help against potential root rot in your system. Don't forget to follow Indoor Garden Works group on Facebook for an amazing community of iHarvest growers. Share your photos, ask your questions, and let's grow together.